Great to be here with you. We're going to have a very candid conversation and to the heart. And I would like to start with you with, I call it an icebreaker question, which is about, tell us something that people do not know about you. It's not public knowledge.
Good question.
I think you have some secrets. You definitely have some.
Every day evening, when I'm going home, what the success percentage of my decisions I did wrong? Okay, it's supposed to be better. I can correct it. Okay, this every day evening I'm doing.
So you do a reflection every day?
Yes, reflection.
Wow, this is hard. It's not easy.
It's hard, especially when it's coming to my relation with the team.
Thank you very much. So Sami, back to you. What is the one thing you would like to share so people will know you a little bit better?
I think that during the work environment, people tend to maybe perceive myself as serious or someone that really wants everything to be in order. In fact, in the personal life, I'm the most outdoorsy person you will meet. So, for example, scuba diving, skydiving, all of these crazy activities that everybody comes up with. I'm the first person in the line to say, yes, let's go do it. For example, every weekend or every couple of weekends, I'll choose a different spots in the UAE to go, camping or to go, in the desert. So I always want to push further. So if you always limit yourself, then you will always be status quo, and there'll be a flat line. And flat lines is not a good science in medical terms. You always have to be, vibrant. You always have to push yourself, push your team, push yourself. And as Mr. Tahaineh was saying, if you're always reflecting, but the next day, hopefully, you're better than your previous day, and so on and so forth. So that's my secret.
I understand why you're not answering from the first time on the weekend. It takes 2-3 hours. Okay,
the network.
Or you are jumping.
Yes.
Well, we have this kind of work and life management. There's no balance. We know that. But great. So with that, now that we know a little bit more about you, I would like us to understand more about your role. And I'm not talking about the business title here, because this is something that we all have to have on our business cards, but a little bit about the nature of the business and your work you are doing for DAMAC here.
It's operation.
It's operation.
Okay, yeah. Okay. More focus on the project side, from technical part to deliver and to hand it over to the customer. This in summary. I think most of the team here, they know I'm dealing with them maybe directly or with their line manager. Okay, and it's more focused on the project delivery.
You've been 14 years with DAMAC, I think?
16, starting 17.
Okay.
It's like yesterday I joined DAMAC. DAMAC is really my, I would not say second home, I would say first parallel home to me, honestly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I totally get that. After 17 years spending so much time here, you're part of the DNA of DAMAC, and DAMAC is part of your DNA.
My DNA.
Okay, you have this kind of integration.
True.
Sami, about your role, I don't know how long you've been with DAMAC or...
So...
I didn't search for you so much.
It's been 17 years. It's been 17 months for me.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so I have a newbie. Are you still, you feel like you're a newbie here?
I think, how they say in dog years, 1 year is 10 years.
Yeah.
And the thing in DAMAC, it's a very fast-paced environment. So one day you accomplish what takes you 1 month in another company.
That's
Therefore,
true.
really, the productivity and efficiency and even from internal, you yourself really want to not leave the day without making sure that you've completed all those tasks and projecting, the tasks for the coming days or the coming years. And the strategy itself, really, and this is why I work a lot on the strategy and the operations of our communities once they are completed.
Okay.
So once all of the properties are completed, the owners receive their units, but in the common areas, we receive them as Luxury Owners Association Management Services, which is LOMS, community management. And when we say community management, we don't call it a unit, we call it a home. So they're receiving a home. So a home for them is an environment where they need to come to relax.
Yeah.
They come to live, they come to enjoy. And really, we always try to find ways to enhance that experience for them. I have a little nickname from Mr. Tahaineh, but
Really?
he doesn't know that. I, you know, in my head, it's Mr. Incredible. You see it in the movie, Mr.
Oh, I love this. I love this movie.
Every time you go into office, you never leave his office without a solution or a decision. It's always, you go in, you come out, there's a clarity in that, right? So, and it's learning from himself, but he also tells us he learns from us as well. So it's a two-way street, especially with our customers. We always have ideas for them, but we always have to listen to what they want as well. Because our customers are not, you know, people who, they've traveled, they've seen the world, they know what's out there.
Yeah.
And they can always advise us to say, hey, you know what? You know, in this environment, that environment, why don't you guys do this? Why don't you? So once you listen more to your customers, you can understand and elevate their experience, and you yourself learn a little bit every day.
Great. So as I understand, you build and you bring the people and you create the community. You can't live without each other, right? You are together forever, or for as long as at least one project goes together.
It's cycle. It's what you are going to deliver and service your customer.
Yeah.
Okay, the product and to serve the product. Okay, to maintain it, to keep it as good a product for them. It's cycle from design till handover and facility management. As what we discussed before, okay, the level of satisfaction for the people now is too high, above the standard. So you have to be very careful, okay, to make sure, okay, that you are delivering, okay, what the customer expected from you and more.
And from the moment you start to think about a new, you know, project until the moment you deliver, how do you incorporate this kind of insights or expectations of the future customers in the project design? And I will go to the community later on.
Yes, expectations of the customer, it will never end. How? Today you design, okay, based on the concept, you'll start building, okay, the project. Then any idea is coming or any comments coming or recommendation from the customer, we're studying it. Okay, and if it's visible, we'll implement it. Now, after we hand over, okay, the project, also we'll listen to our customers, what their needs, okay, what their requirements. Then we'll enhance the product. It's a process start, okay, forever. Many examples, okay, maybe the people who live or knows our master communities, DAMAC Hills or DAMAC Hills 2, after we hand over to the customer, we build for them a beautiful park. We build for them Malibu Beach. We are adding now one mall. For the people who live in DAMAC Hills 2, same things. Now we are adding for them park with water sport activities, with many activities.
Amazing.
Our service to the customer starting, but not ending.
It's not ending, so it's continuing.
Continuing, okay,
and progressing
the customer and work to improve, okay, their community and their value of investment.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Is there a happy customer? Or what's the definition of a happy customer, Sami?
There is, we have a saying in Arabic, meaning, you know, making people happy is an ambition that is never reached. Actually, you know, can you say you're happy every day, every hour, every minute? But are you satisfied?
Yeah.
Are you pleasantly safe in your environment? So in terms of happiness, that's always a strive that we, you know, push ourselves to reach. And I just wanted to go back to what Mr. Tahaineh was saying. I want to compare DAMAC as a brand and Dubai as a brand. So when Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid first said, I'm going to build a city, I'm going to build an environment, but where? You have sand and you have beach. What else do you have? He created an environment. He doesn't have mountains and rivers naturally. He had to create destination living.
Yeah.
And people made fun of him because at the end, and he writes it in his book, that people made fun of him because they couldn't believe that why would somebody come to Dubai while they have, you know, Europe and other countries to visit. And now, when you look at Dubai, it's a brand, and this is the brand that we are looking for as well in our communities as destination living, to ensure that why would somebody live in the DAMAC Hills versus another environment? There has to be a factor that is attracting that customer. So when you see that factor once, twice, three, you always have to also push yourself to make it more attractive and more facilities, as was mentioned. There was Ron Kaufman is a famous customer service specialist, and he was saying that one customer, he made the example, one customer went to Singapore airport, and the first time he was impressed. Second time, he started to see little mistakes here and there. Third time, fourth time, fifth time, he said, yeah, it's just any other airport. The airport needed to really bring itself upwards and elevate the experience every time so that the customer always sees something different. Similarly, Dubai, every time you come and visit, people think, I've been to Dubai, but when?
Yeah.
2017, 2018? What's new?
Yeah.
What's next?
Yeah.
Every year you come to Dubai, there's always something new. There's always something exciting. So that repeat customer is what we want. We might lose the customer today, but the customer will go to another environment, see it, compare it,
and will come back.
And come back to us. Okay. And that is what we really want to see, the attractive quality, retainment quality. Those aspects really are key to making the customer happy and satisfied.
So what is your biggest challenge at the moment when it comes to those two factors of you have to deliver on what you promised from the beginning, and the second thing is that the expectations are going to be higher for this project?
Yes.
And then I will come to the community, how you convey this message to the people.
Now, we learned from each project. After we complete the project, we do survey, we do workshops internally, to know what the mistake we did, what is missing in our product, and we improve it and we try to reflect it on the next project. When you build city, you have to study all details, from schooling, from hospitals, from shopping, from what the kids they will do, where they will play, what the old age people will do, what the housewife will do. You are dealing with many people and you have to satisfy all these people. And that satisfaction level is average, no. You have to do above 90. But this is the difficult part of the idea.
The idea.
Then you go for the execution. I believe the execution is the easy part. But recently, the delivery team, they're supposed to deliver the idea, we give them challenge that what you want to improve in the idea. So now we find that all departments of DAMAC, they are trying to find the ideas to improve the product, to enhance it for the customer satisfaction, to reach high customer satisfaction.
I think you need to change your business title and become life planner, because you're planning the life of everyone in a way that can actually work together, integrate.
They have to work together.
Yes, they will have to work together, which is the most
for
difficult
one
thing.
result. The result, it's my customer.
It's your customer.
Yes.
Okay. How easy it is to build this sense of community within these cities, these environments that you're building, and people feel comfortable, having in mind they come from so diverse background that you want them to feel like they have something in common, this tissue that brings them together.
We also have another Arabic saying, "Al-Jannah bidun nas ma btindas," meaning a place, paradise. Who understands it? A paradise without people is not worth entering.
Yeah.
Creating that environment starts with the people. It starts with the people that we have, and many of the people that we have that are managing the communities are in this room here. It's that one-to-one. It's that emotional intelligence, connecting with the customers as well. So once you have a product, great. But at the end of the day, it's plus the product is the service. So if you go to a Marriott hotel, if you go to Ritz-Carlton or the Ford, what differentiates them? From the moment you enter, the cleaner up to the manager greets you, says hi to you, expresses you, maybe knows your name. Those adds to that service. Yes, your room might be great, but at the end of the day, if you don't have the connection with a customer, then you will not really get the full package. So really, it's a lot of it has to do with a lot of our people that we have, from the landscaping to the cleaning to the smell touch points. Have you heard of touch points in the hospitality sector? When you enter, if you go to Marriott Group or W Hotels or Starwood, they have brands manual that says, when you enter, you'll smell this. When you enter, you'll see this. When you enter, you go to certain brands. But that's why people tend to choose certain brands over other brands. And we always want to do, as Sheikh Mohammed would say, we always want to be number one. We always want to be the best. We're always pushing ourselves. We have brand associations, but if you build something without that emotional intelligence part, you're only telling half the story.
Can I continue with you and ask you about technology and how you decide to integrate technology, and what would you like technology to do for you that is not happening at the moment?
For us, the first thing I would say is connecting with the customer. And a lot of times we might not have all the time in the world to connect face-to-face. We have an app called the DAMAC Living app. And really when you enter that, it's a holistic, very one-stop shop environment where you go and you access all of your needs through that aspect. So in case you cannot find somebody verbally, you always have somebody digitally, right? So in terms of also ensuring that your environment is safe, we also have enhanced CCTV security cameras. We also have ANPR, which is also automated number plate reading, including for the vehicles that enter. So really, you make it more seamless. So the moment they enter, that's the ANPR for your vehicle. When you enter, the access card is not only a typical access card, because you go somewhere else, it's the access card. You go with us, it's the Mac Living app with a QR code.
With a QR code.
And you go. So you really, you're asset light. You're very light. You have your phone and your app, and that's all you need. You enter your environment, you need something, you go on the app. If somebody wants to enter and visit you, they can access the app in order to visit you. So that real aspect as a loophole, as closure of fulfilling all of their needs digitally is something we're always striving to see and to always add to that. For example, if we know that rain is coming, we'd like to notify you that, please. We don't need to, do we need to notify you? Maybe it's not one of our obligations. But this is why we go a step ahead.
You go a step ahead.
So people feel that we are caring for them, but through digital means.
And I will come to you, Mohammed, ask that DAMAC is a strong brand in UAE, okay? You say Dubai, DAMAC, DAMAC, Dubai. It's like one thing. You said that before. How does this resonate with out of UAE? Because I know you do stuff also. You do projects outside of the region here, and you have a global scope of business.
Yes. Maybe if you go to the DAMAC history from the day it's established, till now, we worked in many countries. We worked in London. We delivered recently on last April, a very beautiful tower. We worked in Lebanon, Jordan, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, all these countries. Now we are working in different areas, in Europe and America, USA, and now we are studying projects in Africa and North Europe. We will have many projects coming out of Dubai, but still we'll focus on Dubai, and we are looking for other areas.
So what is the biggest opportunity in Dubai that you see coming up? We can say the challenge and the opportunity. I would like to touch base on both of them. And then, if you allow me, I would like to connect it to what this means for people working in your teams.
Now, how we see Dubai? Dubai is changing from having or focusing in many types of products to luxury products. And you see it every day. Villa sold for 300 million, 400 million, 900 million. But the people now, they are focusing more on the luxury. So we will focus on the luxury. It means not we'll ignore, the other sectors, which is intermediate. No, we'll focus also there. But our more focus will be on the luxury product. And maybe all of you notice that we launched Safa 1, Safa 2, and many luxury projects recently. This one for Dubai. For out of Dubai, we'll have also luxury projects coming. The team, they're working on it. in different areas. What I need from you as a team, okay, consider yourself part of us and come with the ideas. Many of the ideas of our project is coming from the team because we are one team. Okay, give the ideas, we'll study it. If it's a good idea, why not? We'll implement it. Okay, especially for our future projects.
I think it was a very interesting conversation. The topics we discussed here, I think there are more because I see the way that you have put things on the table. If it was me to summarize that, I would like to have 3 words to say, which is mission, absolute commitment, and sustainable growth. This is how I see DAMAC of 2023 onwards. You, the leadership, the people, Ali, everyone who has been in this room, and I have experience, and I can see the different DAMAC comes out of that, not only as strong as a brand, but as people and culture coming out and want to conquer the world.
Yeah, but what I need from the team, honestly, to work as one body. As one body. It's called DAMAC body. Hand, okay, head, okay, everyone support each other. If I have pain in my hand, okay, I cannot sleep. So I have to help myself, okay, I have to help my colleague, the other departments to improve. We have to grow together, we have to be strong together. But we have to understand that we are one body, it's called DAMAC, one team. Yes.
Great.
That's exactly what we have to learn. Okay, thank you for coming. Okay, I wish we spend all the time with you.
Thank you all.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.